Hey everybody, it's Bust. Continuing our playthrough of the Lab of Legends. Today we are on hard mode Malphite. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Our previous previous expedition trial was also Malphite, so we'll be doubling up here. And okay, and no reason to sit around and keep re-rolling here. I do like to find the abilities that let us cheat, whether or not that's adding additional spell mana, adding additional mana, letting us draw multiple cards a turn, or in this case here, attack a bunch of times. And so domination is always one of the stronger of the abilities to be taking. Happy enough to pick it up here. Hey, jump right on in. Love that rally ability to take advantage of it. Let's see, not a real strong start against the spiders since they're gonna be playing a unit every turn of the game, but we'll hopefully just take a handful of damage before take this round down. Maybe. Maybe it's like, maybe we'll just draw all of our expensive cards and take quite a bit of damage. Right. You're worrying me here, spiders. You gotta pick up something, right? We barely have any expensive cards left in our deck. What up, Chip? That's perfect. Get this attack in. I think the opponent blocks here like every time. So that works for us. Prevent a little bit of the damages. Moving right along. Not real thrilled about all of these 1 health units against this deck, but whatever we can do to prevent the damage. I think actually if we just open, or I guess if we attack, I should say, we'll block some of this stuff. Well, I was hoping he would block with his 1/1s, but it was worth a shot. I don't know exactly how the AI works in that situation. Right, so now we have the choice of if we want to double Blue Sentinel or just play the Eye. I think it's probably pretty close. I mean, kind of far away from just getting this Malphite kill. But we're going to get basically, stop either 2 units with the Blue Sentinels or stop 2 units with the Eye. I'll just go ahead and take the Sentinel route here. He blocks and we get to clean up some of this board. That would be pretty nice. Works for me. Alright, yeah. You got it. Get in there. Block. Oh, he has Fearsome. Okay, we'll ground slam this one then. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Let me put my units in front of his units. Okay. Good game, spiders. Okay, so what can we pick up here? Not like amped about a lot of this. It's hard to take advantage of Jinx when we're playing all of these expensive cards like Malphite, Stonebreaker. So I'm not really stoked about this card pool. Twisted Fate's kind of medium. I'm not like really excited about it. We're not going to get any real combos out of Twisted Fate, and then Karma's kind of whatever, right? We're not going to have multiple spells that we'll be playing. So let's just go ahead and give this a reroll real quick. Maybe something more appropriate will show up. Okay, so what can we do with these? The Darius, not super tempting. Like our late game is already pretty well accounted for in Malphite. Quinn is kind of one of my like fallback champions that I'm usually pretty okay with picking up, since these scout units all play pretty well with things. We do already have the rally, so it's not super important to pick that up. There's Sejuani down here, which could be okay. I'm really just kind of interested in what is going to give us the best early game, since our late game is already kind of accounted for. Where Ember Maiden is kind of okay. It depends on the matchup. Ruthless Raider should be fine. Okay, we'll take the Sejuani and save our rerolls for better passive powers. We picked up two 2-drops and two 3-drops, which should help us out early. Spiral stairs. I forgot how terrible you are. That is not a good Runeterra card. That's what we could have been using with Karma, though. I forgot all about that. We could be like Enlightened, have Karma down, just play double stairs. I'm slipping, Gaz. This is fine. We'll go ahead and kill off the Mistwraith while we can. Just gonna play Ember Maiden next turn. If it gets another Mistwraith, that would be A-OK in my books. Yep. And this does leave us open to like falling to a stronger one next turn. Like if he's gonna play a 4-attack Mistwraith on his next turn, then that kind of sucks. But if he doesn't have a Mistwraith, then this is pretty good for us since we got to be super mana efficient here. The worst that could happen to us. And we just got to prevent the damage. And I was leaning towards just playing the Eye here. This is going to buy us a ton of time. Have our Earth Elemental leveled up once he gets the time to do something. And gives us some kind of like ground slam opportunities next turn if we want. I think this is okay. Serpent's a nice pickup here. Mage does not attack now that we've added Earth Elemental. Let's prevent all this. I don't think we ever lose the longer this game goes, and so if we're able to go ahead and take down some of his units, that's pretty good. And then if he's not going to add any more units this turn, we can perhaps threaten lethal next turn with our 6+6. Okay. We can also potentially, we're going to be a mana short. I was going to say we could potentially ground slime a blocker and get the full overwhelm damage in. But I think we're just good to go here. I think this one's done. Oh, good. Last yawning time. There we go. All right. Getting ready for Thresh. What we got? Of course, we like to come in and just take more Malphites. He's a little on the expensive side of things, and just adding like barriers to him doesn't do a whole lot. So let's reroll, see if we can't find something a little better. Not really better, but giving him Challenger is okay. Giving him double tough, not quite what we're looking to do here. Troll gifts. Can we do anything with these? Really, we're just kind of stuck putting it on Earth Elemental. This is not a very good set of cards. It's like I'm tempted to take Unlicensed Innovation if we can find like a sorcery or something later, but that seems kind of low value. I'm just going to take the Sparklefly. It's not super good, but it costs 2 mana. And that's that's all we're really asking out of a card these days, is just cost 2 mana and buy us some time. So when we draw these Eye of Rahorok landmark hands, that we can at least stall out a little bit. Unfortunately, don't have any 1-drops to interact with Thresh here. I don't think Chip's going to make an appearance. So he is going to get to turn the Warden's Prey into a 2. Oh my goodness, I quit yawning. You're welcome. You're welcome for that, everyone. But here we're gonna add the Ruthless Raider so we can take down his Soul Shepherd, and this should ace his whole board, so that he's not getting to use the vaults anymore. Okay, then it's kind of awkward. I'm just going to add the Blue Sentinel, just in hopes that he adds a unit that'll block and trade with it. Again, take away his Vaults of Hellia. Interesting. The Thresh AI is improving, and he's not just trading with everything. Or maybe it's because he saw the last breath on Blue Sentinel and decided it wasn't worth it, but I'm used to Thresh just coming in and trading everything. Okay. Alright, so not a whole lot we can do about things here, but by the time Thresh is relevant, we should be able to, Sejuani him down and maybe get a hook in since we have rallies every turn. This does Thresh here. Alright, here comes the elusives. Getting them good. Alright, 3 turns from now we're gonna have this overwhelm card. Look out look out, Seed of Strength. Ugh. Cool. I appreciate when you do things like that, Thresh. What? What? We were. That's what happens when you stop talking trash about the AI. You start talking about how well they're doing, and then Thresh does things like this. All right, my man. All right. Maybe he just wanted all that extra health or something. I don't know. All right, we can't do anything with Stonebreaker. Gonna get lethals or close to lethals here with anything. Earth Elemental can't do a lot. So let's start with the Charger. It's not super cool. Alright, this is all we're gonna get in. I want to have the Earth Elemental as a blocker. Oh yeah, we get to pick up our spiral stairs. Get him with the elusives. What up, Chip? What does that bring back? I wasn't quite paying attention to what all was dying here. Chronicler of Ruin, okay. I don't think we have to worry about the Scuttlegeist too much. And then my idea here is I want to Seed of Strength our elusives, and hopefully we'll be able to take him down that way. That was definitely a strategy. I don't know if we call that a good strategy, but the Rekindler was certainly a strategy. Alright, and then he just blocks weird. Thresh, I don't know what happens. I talked you up so good. The wingman showing up, talking you up good. You're up there, you're talking to the girl, you tell her how you went to college and stuff, you don't live in your mom's basement anymore. And then you just throw it all away. All right, my man, I can't help you beyond that. So as far as these go, I really don't want any of these abilities. Fast Deal is okay, but we have such a struggle just like spewing down our cards. I think I want to roll for one that lets us cheat on mana. We didn't find it, so this is going to be the end of our rolling. We are tapped out in that sense, and I'm okay with the best defense. This is a very good ability, especially paired up with the rally, letting us, heal on our attacks, or even our dudes like Ember Maiden becoming a 3 attack, Sparklefly, no, not anything, Ruthless Raider getting big though. This is a pretty powerful type ability. Okay, so with these, Iceborne Legacy, I miss you in Expedition. You were always nice to play with the spiders, but I don't think you're going to be good here. We haven't been, seen the opportunity to just start slamming down items. And so, like, if we got to stack a bunch of blue sentinels and we get to give our blue sentinels the legacy, sure, that could be a thing, but it's a little early to be taking this. So we don't have any removal spell outside of Ground Slam and Sejuani, so a Concerted Strike it's going to be. Okay. It's the old hunters. Look for those units that cost 2. Passable, serviceable, manageable. All the ables we can do with this hand. Alright, he almost always just comes in and hooks the snow hare, but I don't want to just like risk it here, so I'm gonna pass, let this happen. Now we can follow up with Ruthless Raider. And this being a 3-3 because of our passive, doesn't get stopped by either of his units. Cool. Can make a similar play here. Let's see if he just passes, which hopefully he'll do. He's got the cards now. Can still take this down. I was hoping that he would just take the damage and then we could follow up with Ember Maiden. We still get to Ember Maiden his board down, but it's not quite as good as I was hoping. Play the Sentinel. We're not going to attack with it. Kind of like I want to be ramping with this into Malphite. That's not going to be until a turn from now. So maybe he'll feel like blocking our Sentinel now. Otherwise, I'm just going to add the eye. Add in the Weirding Stones for it. Fine. But this is still pretty good. We're going to stun both of his units. Then, like, the way the sequencing probably goes is he plays a dude and then we hit it with Sejuani. So, might still get to chunk in a ton of damage over the next 2 turns. Good as we can hope for. Maybe he'll block. Okay. Maybe we could have done that a little better. We can't play our Unstoppable Force here. But since, I mean, we do have the rally thing, we get these every turn instead of just on every other turn now. So get something big going next turn. That's probably going to be it. I could see an argument for attacking with Blue Sentinel, but that might be a little greedy. Yeah, Unstoppable Force. He's just going to play a unit. We're going to stun his whole team, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the way that goes. That should do it. I guess he could Brittle Steel get him out of this? No. Get wrecked, son. Watch these animations while we're at it. Got him good. Oh, that was a flip Sejuani. Dang. Didn't even realize that. Gotta remember we can do those things. Okay. What we gonna do here? We can get the eye on the cheap, barrier to Poro, or it is kind of a tempting Wrathful Rider coming with the ephemeral copies, just abusing whatever board we're running into. And I really don't want a giant pile of eyes, and so oh, I never thought I'd say I want this Wrathful Rider, but you're pretty on point here today. And then more copies of Blue Sentinel. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier when whether or not we want the Iceborne Legacy. It's just you don't know what units we're going to find with items and stack on, and so if things are going to get spread out, we don't want it. But if we're going to have these like 3-item Earth Elementals or 3-item blue buffs, then kind of do want the Iceborne Legacy. But it's okay, you know. It's not a big loss. And the Scar Grounds. Gotta see how we can get abused with Ember Maiden. Okay, let's see if he's got that Elixir of Iron. He has them on occasion. This is fine. Okay. Not the strongest of starts here. Oh boy, we got our elusives ready to go. Kind of the same deal as the last one. I think we just want to take this damage. Just where if I'm getting the blue buffs, I want to be getting Malphite down on the board. We're just not quite there yet. Couldn't trade away both of them, only one of them. Let's see what he does here, though. I just want one, right? He goes for the level ups. F you, dude. I guess technically, though, we have the attack token thing, so we can still just get Malphite down this turn. Or no, we can't. That's not how that works whatsoever. Let's get a big unit. Okay, so you need to go here. Virna we'll have to kind of deal with in the future. You can go here. Take a 7. It's fine, I guess. Gain that health back. Alright, Malphite is nowhere near ready to level, but yeah, he can start picking on this board. I don't think we want to be dealing with that. Alright, I'm feeling a little bit better about this now. The Wrathful Rider. Okay, okay. Look at all that value. Value time. Oh man, I forgot we had the the health boosting thing. Nice. Okay, so we should be reasonably healthy going into the Sejuani round. Man, that's so nice with the health boosting thing and these 7 attack challengers. Yeah, we gotta remember that's a thing. Guarantee I'll forget it, but that will be good to remember. So we got 6, 7, 8, 11. We're a little short. We can Ruthless Raider and then stun his unit. Yeah. Alright, I think we'll be okay. We're looking pretty good here. Didn't take too much damage before running into Sejuani. Okay. Good game, Scars. Got him. Rock always wins. You ain't wrong, Malphite. You ain't wrong. Let's see, what are we going to get out of these? We definitely don't want Tall Tales in our Zero Yeti deck. Don't think I want Sunblessed Vigor. Cast a spell, it could be a cheap trick though. It's just going to cost 0. Then Elixir of Sorcery, doubling up the Shards of the Mountain. So you get double the gems with your completely full hand. So I think we probably just have to take the Sunblessed Vigor. Okay. Out of these, just want the 1-drop, right? We just want more chips. Putting that pickaxe on chip lets us do stuff like if we play chip on 1 and then get to play the landmark on turn 2, that makes him a 3/3. And then he gets to attack and be a 5/5. So not a bad little deal for some early game. Sure, if I want to keep Ember Maiden, it's kind of close. All of his units have the +1/+1, so she can't just like naturally kill anything, but might be okay. Omen Hawks. There's the Omen Hawk. Okay. There's no reason to attack. Oh. Maybe he won't block though, and we'll get the additional health. Oh no, he has 0 attack. Oh, don't start doing that stuff. I was just thinking he's just gonna go back to full health for no reason. No plays. Seems good. We should be able to get really good Eyes of Raharok if he's not going to play any cards in the early game here. We just got this Wrathful Rider. Okay. Thanks, thanks for advertising. You're going to make your unit huge. Appreciate it. Okay, and so it gets awkward here because it's like, what if he just plays his Sejuani? So I think we do want to open. Probably going to play Sejuani, then we could play the Eye, and look to kill him like 2 turns from now. Maybe even next turn if we get really good Wrathful Riders. I just didn't want to have a turn where we play Wrathful Rider and he plays Sejuani. I mean, I guess that's not the worst that can happen, since the token gets to take her down. Kill this thing with our 7/7. Then we get the double stun next turn. Or this, no, let's just do this, right? We'll just take him to 3 and then we can kill Sejuani next turn. Okay. Don't think they have like fast frostbites. Can't quite remember. Got him. Nice. We'll take advantage of that slow opener. Go. Let's see. Terraforming is, of course, always interesting. If it can be weird in this deck, right? If we hit the Eye, it's not that great. But if we do hit the Spiral Stairs or the Star Tip Peaks, then it's pretty okay. The created cards cost 1 less. Not that great here. Makes our Malphite thing, whatever, Unstoppable Force cost 1 less, but that's just never relevant. And new list we could make work of, but let's roll the dice and start with the landmark on the board. And picking up Overwhelm for Malphite's pretty nice. Don't have any Zenith Blades, don't have any Reforges. We're stuck with this stupid this stupid landmark that gives you Overwhelm 3 turns from now. So might as well just give him Overwhelm to start with. Okay, so this is a matchup where the Ember Maiden could be kind of interesting. It's always weird with the draws that you see out of the Foundry. Sometimes they'll just spew out a bunch of like jury rigs and one-cost units, and then sometimes it's like their first play won't be until the second or the third turn with a bunch of like 4/3s. So I think he's got something on the board here. See, I thought this might shut down his whole turn. Glad to see him throwing down these jury rigs before we just blocked his assembly bot. Then he just doesn't attack with it? Okay. Weird. Right, and then I'm just going to open with this Ruthless Raider. I don't really want to advertise that we've got... we overdrew? I don't want to advertise that we've got these Ember Maidens. Brutal. Okay. We have to just like start getting Sparkle Flies down now? Probably do. We can gain a bunch of health off of these at least. Okay. Gotta get the +1s when we can, since he's gonna do a ton of incidental damage here. He's gonna start throwing Mystic Shots to face and stuff. A lot of things we don't appreciate. But not that bad now that we can get our Wrathful Riders going. Oh. No. Alrighty. That was our way to boost our health back up, but you're gonna be like that, you're gonna be like that, I guess. Ew, gross. I think I don't want to have to spend Ground Slam mana on this guy. But probably make do. What are all these cards? Oh, good. What? I think you know what you're doing, guy. Are you drunk, Foundry? What is going on? Okay. Well, we've got his board worn down. I think we might even realistically finish the game before he decks himself. We'll see. Tough for us to get a ton of damage in here. Big as a mountain and twice as strong. Get him, Malphite. We should be able to present a lethal next turn now, since we have I have the rally.
No one knows these streets like me.
3 puff caps right at the end. Come on, game. Okay, let's get another Overwhelm down. I think we can lethal here. Still want to be drawing any more puff caps. Okay. Blue, you're also my favorite rock. Do it like this. Got him. 19. I wish that was a little higher. At least we aren't down in like 10. I really worry when we're down about like 10, so I think that should be okay. I don't like having to pick up the wish passive, and so gonna do here. Don't really want ephemeral ruthless raiders, but additional star tip peaks could be okay. Just a 2-drop that puts a unit on the board. That'll work, and I'm pretty sure if we hit that with our terraforming passive that we still get the Poro out of it. Pretty sure, not 100% sure. Let's see. Okay. Probably don't want the Sunblessed Vigor. Rather just have a unit. Alright, this stupid thing. Let's get salty. Okay. All the damage preventing we can. We can do the Ruthless Raider now. I didn't want to play the Raider because it just can't block the Prodigy. We have blocks here. Okay. Supremely awkward. I really wanted to get the Sparklefly down with the Seed of Strength on it. I guess this is okay. Like ground slam something. It's at the quick attacker. That's the toughest block we have to deal with. Counting on you, Sparklefly. You gotta put in the work. Just want to go for our elusives here. The Earth Elementals seems kind of weak. Let's do this. We'll add the Trickster. Chip is still a good attack this turn because he'll be a 5/5. Okay. I do worry about this. We're at least gaining some health back here, but it's kind of scary. What does that look like? It's not going to be great. We can at least, like, I just so worry about losing our Sparklefly if we try to get too clever here. Like, if he has a Mystic Shot or another Beam or something and takes the Sparklefly down, it's just so bad. Get us to 8. Okay. Because it's like I don't quite want to just open attack here. I want to get some more of this stuff going. Let's just be real. We have to be safe with this Sparklefly. Maybe we could have just planned to open, since I thought we were going to get an attack in with the Earth Elemental, and it just wasn't the case. Okay. Now that the Sparklefly is protected, we can boost up Chip. That's not as bad as I saw that True Sharbosh come down. Like, oh no, this is bad. But I don't care about this hook onto this thing onto Malphite. So we want to get this one, these, good as it's gonna get. And if he doesn't open on us, then we can lethally next turn. Otherwise, we might have to count on this ground slam. to prevent a bunch of this damage. You can block most of the big stuff. Okay, that's not so bad. And then we even get to gain the extra 4 off of the Sparkle Fly. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Nice. Okay, okay. Finished at 24 there. That's pretty good. Whew, okay. That was worrisome. We got that right at the edge. Okay, the very end. Oh man, additional Sparkle Flies? Is that what we really want here? I don't think it's what we really want. Like, I want just a way to boost its health. These aren't that great unless we have the spiral stairs. So I'm just gonna take more star-tipped peaks. All right, Victor, here we go. I mean, even with these star-tipped peaks, if you hit the silence, that can be pretty pivotal against Victor. Tempted to keep one Malphite. What I tend to see with Victor is if we just kill the first Victor, then we win the game. But see, bad start. We hit the star-tipped peak. These units are a little bigger than ours. I think I just want to get this off the board. It's never going to do anything the rest of the game. So. What? What? Beautiful, beautiful. What's this turn 3 play? Niandroid? It's manageable. Okay, this is a pretty slow draw from him. It's the unit, but... Oh god, it has so many abilities. I was like, that's not that bad, it's just a 3-1. But no, no, it is not just a 3-1. Yeah. Those Blue Sentinel, I'm planning on getting Chip going here. Don't think he ever wants to come in and block Chip. Let's see. Maybe he... Oh, he picked up Fearsome? We can take one hit. Oh, that's kind of scary. One hit from Victor. Okay. Then with this, we need to take this down to 3? Or down to 2, right? If we want to kill it with a Ruthless Raider. Okay. That's a little scarier than intended. We got that thing off the board. I mean, we can pretty realistically just take Victor down with a concerted strike. So hopefully he's not too much work here. Is this it? Do we want to start tip peaked instead of playing the Trickster? Yeah. Okay. What? Whoa! did not expect that one. Wow. Huh. Okay, well, let's just get a second unit down then, so we can take down this Mimic if we want. Wow, did not expect him to block with Victor. Take this thing down before it gets more abilities and such.
You know what my future is? Glorious.
This will give us a good block on the rest of his stuff. We want to keep the Probably not. Let's just go ahead and get this thing down as well. Get them poros. Do we want to get the landmark? We got it. Let's just go ahead and get the landmark, right? I think this blue sentinel is just doing actual nothing the rest of the game. I'm fine with this. Just go ahead and get rid of his Niandroid. Now we can pick apart his board with Malphites. It's good. Oh, maybe we can't quite pick apart a Plaza Guardian, but Malphite will flip soon enough. Fine to just throw our 2 units in front of these. Maybe he'll like block. If he blocks Chip, then we can take one of these things down with Malphite though. Need to do that? Probably not. Just get another good blocker down. And then we can play both of our landmarks. Okay. I think we're okay now. We should have played that other one, right? We could have gotten an unstoppable force attack in, and we couldn't have killed him on our turn, though. Let's see if he blocks Chip so we can try and take this down next turn. That we throw Stonebreakers onto the Plaza Guardian now. Got all the stuns one could ever want. I think we're in the position to win this one. Could get some bonkers stuff off of Flash of Brilliances. You always gotta keep mind of that, but okay. Cards you got less, boss. 28.
Broke my hand, so I got a new one.
Okay. I think we're good now. Just bank this mana. I was like, I don't think we even need to Moonglow Malphite. We have 2 copies in our hand. If he wants to spend all of his mana on a Thermogenic Beam to take down Malphite, then more power to you, boss. Get the Stonebreaker down. Maybe he'll let us Unstoppable Force Team here. Sure. What else could one say about that? No, it doesn't even have... Okay. It doesn't even have a... ability. It's lethal, right? There we go. Alrighty, we did it. We got there at the end. So yeah. Not a real big Malphite build around. I don't think there's a whole lot of build arounds that you can actually pursue with him, but I thought we got to take pretty good advantage of the rally ability this run. Taking the rally with the best defense is always pretty decent. We did, make our Malphite not terrible, kind of maximize what he can do with Overwhelmed Challenger with the rally every turn, so that plays out pretty nicely. But, we pieced together an okay-ish deck here. Not the strongest in the world, but it worked out just fine for me. So yeah, that is going to do it for us today. Hope you all learned how to climb the mountain a little bit better. You learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.